Hi, my name is Lisa, and this is an affirmation yoga sequence for anxiety and stress. So for me, I've always been working with anxiety. It's one of the reasons why I fell in love with yoga to begin with. Anxiety has been present since my first anxiety attack when I was 10 years old in the 4th grade. So we're gonna go into the hips today, take it nice and slow, and then we're gonna incorporate affirmations as well on top of that, layering it on in. Let's go ahead and begin in our child's pose. The big toes are together. And come to bow on down. Forehead comes down to the yoga mat. Release the chin towards the chest. And just take a nice big deep inhale into the body. And sigh it out. Take a nice big deep breath in. And exhale. Last big deep breath here. And exhale. Repeat the affirmation, I breathe in peace. I release fear. I breathe in peace. I release fear. I breathe in peace. And I release fear. Just go ahead, walk the hands all the way over to the right and feel a nice stretch on the left side of the body, repeating the affirmation to yourself. I breathe in peace on inhale. I release fear on exhale. And when you're ready, go ahead, slowly walk the hands all the way over to the left. Feeling a nice stretch on the right side of the body, repeating the affirmation again to yourself, inhaling. And exhale. When you're absolutely ready, go ahead, slowly walk the hands back to center, and we're gonna come into a puppy pose. So go ahead, bring the knees underneath the hips, curl the toes under, and walk the hands as far forward as possible and bow on down. Chin comes towards the chest, maybe send the forehead down to the yoga mat. So depending on where the flexibility is in your back, maybe the forehead comes down, maybe it doesn't. Just take a nice big deep inhale in. And sigh it out. Release all stress, worries, and cares down onto the yoga mat, feeling the ground underneath you, and repeat this affirmation. I am supported. When you're absolutely ready, slowly begin to walk the hands back underneath the shoulders. Let's get into the hips a little bit. So reach the right heel on back and then bend the right knee and just trace circles. And just breathe on in and exhale. Go ahead, slowly reach the right heel all the way up towards the ceiling, and then go ahead, extend it on back and sweep the right foot all the way over to the right side. Send the left hand to center and sweep the right hand all the way on up. And then on an exhale, twist. Thread the right hand underneath the left. Inhale, reaching the right hand all the way up towards the ceiling. And then on an exhale, send the right hand underneath the left. Last big deep inhale, sweeping the right hand on up. Exhale, threading it underneath. And go ahead, reach the right hand all the way up towards the ceiling and sweep the right hand all the way on down. This time, send the right foot all the way over to the outside of the right hand. Grounding down through all 4 corners of the right foot, begin to walk the left foot as far back as possible. You can stay here in high lizard, or you can begin to come on down onto the forearms, maybe take a hold of the blocks. And then again, I did a yoga video earlier about root chakra and how we store a lot of tension and anxiety within the hips. So that's why we're going to dive into the hips today. And just take a nice big deep inhale and exhale. Last big deep breath in and exhale. And when you are ready, go ahead, slowly come up onto the hands. Let go of any props you're using, and then heel toe the right foot back to center. So hug the inner thighs in towards each other and sweep the fingertips forward and up in your lunge. We love incorporating at least one lunge in every sequence. So take a nice big deep inhale as you lengthen from the fingertips all the way through the crown of the head, and slowly feeling that energy melt down the back. Repeat the affirmation, I am enough. I am enough. Last big deep inhale. And on an exhale, go ahead, slowly place the hands to frame the right foot. Step the right foot to meet the left in a modified plank position. So the hips are forward, the shoulders are over the wrists. Slowly lower the heart all the way on down onto the belly, and then rise on up into Sphinx pose. So shoulders over the elbows, wrists in alignment with the elbows as well. Tops of the feet come to the floor. And just go ahead, slowly rock from side to side, releasing the jaw, releasing the neck, maybe tracing circles with the nose one way. And then the opposite direction. Taking it nice and slow, slowing down the thoughts, repeating the affirmation, I am not my fears. I am not my fears. When you're absolutely ready, slide the hands to frame the heart, curl the toes under, press up and back, take another child's pose. Bow on down, release, let go, sway from side to side, pulse in the shoulders. Take a nice big deep breath in and exhale. And when you are absolutely ready, slowly come back to tabletop position. Curl the toes under. This time, ground down through the right fingertip. Sweep the left hand all the way up towards the ceiling, and then thread the left hand underneath the right side. Walk the fingertips as far forward as possible, twisting and wringing out all that does not serve you. Breathing in and exhale. And while you're here, repeat the affirmation, I'm exactly where I need to be. Go ahead, slowly walk the right hand underneath the right elbow, and then sweep the left hand on up and release the left hand on down. Let's take that into the opposite side. Inhale the right hand on up, and then thread the right hand underneath the left side of the body, walking the left fingertips as far forward as possible, repeating the affirmation, I am exactly where I am meant to be. Releasing stress, anxiety, fear, let it float down onto the earth. Let the yoga mat absorb it. And when you're absolutely ready, go ahead, slowly walk the left hand underneath the wrist. Sweep the right hand all the way up towards the ceiling, and then go ahead, release it. Let's go ahead, reach the left heel on back and up, and then slowly begin to trace circles with that left knee, opening up in the hip. Drawing the navel on in. Snap, crackle, pop is always normal as long as there's no pain. Last 2 breaths. Inhale. And exhale. When you are absolutely ready, sweep the left foot all the way over to the left side. Ground down through the right fingertips. Sweep the left hand all the way on up. And then go ahead, slowly send the left hand underneath the right side of the body. Inhale to lengthen the fingertips up. And exhale to twist. Last time, breathing in. And exhale. Go ahead, slowly sweep the left hand all the way up towards the ceiling and release the left hand on down. Then see if you can go ahead, slowly step the left foot to the outside of the left hand. Begin to walk the right foot as far back as possible. Come on to one forearm, then maybe the other. Outside forearm is always first. Maybe you can use your yoga block. And just get right into the hips. So you should feel it right on the top of the hip and then the inside of the left thigh. Two more breaths. Last big deep inhale. Exhale. And repeat this affirmation to yourself. I trust my journey. I trust my journey. And then go ahead, slowly come on to the hands and heel toe the left foot back to center. Let's come into our lunge from here. Inhale to sweep the fingertips forward and up. Exhale, send the hips forward and down, opening up in the heart space. If you feel a little bit off balance and you felt like I just did, hug the inner thighs in towards each other, engage the glute muscles, and then kind of zipper up through the spine. That will help you keep your balance. Two more breaths. Inhale. And exhale. Last big deep breath in. Exhale. I am exactly where I am meant to be. When you are ready, release the hands on down to frame the left foot. And then step the left foot to meet the right in a modified plank pose. Lower all the way down onto the belly and then come to rise back into Sphinx posture. Rocking and swaying from side to side. And I know for me, I sometimes feel the anxiety in the pit of my stomach. So lying on the stomach and just relaxing may feel really good. Last big deep inhale. Exhale, go ahead, slide the hands to frame the heart, curl the toes under, press up and back. Take a well-deserved child's pose. Breathe in peace. Set all worries, fears, doubts. Repeat the affirmation. I am in control of my destiny. I am in control of my destiny. When you're absolutely ready, go ahead, slowly come on to the heels of the feet and then sweep the legs in front. Let's take it into a forward fold to kind of relax the nervous system, release any tension. So go ahead, bend the knees as much as you need to. Inhale, sweep the fingertips forward and up, and then just rest the belly and melt the belly on top of the legs. Send the chin towards the chest, just release. So my nose doesn't go all the way down to my knees, and that's okay. Just let go. It's not about forcing or pulling on the feet. It's just about relaxing. Release the jaw. Release the space in between the brows. Last big deep breath in. And on an exhale, slowly come to rise all the way on up. Go ahead, hug the right knee on in, and then see if you can send the sole or the bottom of the right foot to the inside of the left leg. And I'm gonna go ahead and turn for you. So you're on an angle, so you may be here. Just bring the left foot on out onto an angle, diagonal to your hip. And then go ahead, see if you can sweep the right hand up and over. Just take a nice side bend. Maybe you can reach the toes, maybe you can't. And that is okay. Repeat the affirmation, I am enough. I am enough. Slowly bring it back through center. Let's take this into the opposite side. So go ahead, extend that left leg nice and long, or I should say right leg nice and long, and then send the sole of the left foot to the inside of the right leg, and then sweep the left arm up and over. And repeat the affirmation, I am enough. The fingertips of one side might not reach the other. As you can see, my left side's a little bit tighter, but I'm not gonna force it. I'm just gonna allow it to be where it needs to be today. And then as I breathe on into the side, it may release a little bit more. Two more breaths. Inhale. And exhale. Last big deep breath in. And go ahead, slowly come back through center. My favorite posture to release stress, Padasana. Sending the soles of the feet together, lengthening from tailbone to the crown of the head. Go ahead and just fold forward. Sometimes I like to add a block to my feet, and then I can do something like this. Maybe want to play around without the block, and that's okay too. As you are here, repeat the affirmation. I release the desire to control everything outside of me in order to tune on in to what is inside of me. I release all desire to control all that is outside of me, to tune on in to all that is inside of me. Last big deep inhale, lengthen from tailbone to the crown of the head, and exhale, fold. Beautiful, guys. Let's go ahead and slowly come to rise on up and finish up in a Shavasana. So go ahead, bring the knees together. Slowly sweep, or I should say, if you want to play around again with more props, sometimes I like to take a blanket and place it right underneath my knees. And then I can kind of come to lie on back. Sometimes I may even use a block underneath the knees, but today we'll just focus on the blanket. It just feels a little bit more grounded and supported. Maybe you can use it for the back of the neck as well. And just flip the palms, the hands towards the ceiling. Place one hand on the pelvis and one hand on the heart. We're going to do a breath exercise. Take a nice big deep inhale into the body. And exhale. Take a nice big deep breath in. And exhale. Last big deep inhale. And exhale. We're going to count very slowly on inhale. 1. So inhale on 1. Exhale on 1. Inhale on 2. Exhale on 2. Inhale on 3. Exhale on 3. Inhale on 4. Exhale on 4. Inhale on 5. Exhale on 5. Inhale on 6. And exhale on 6. And just continue up to 10. And just release all worries and fears. You are enough. You are worthy. You are safe. Release all attachments to controlling the outside and just tune on into taking care of the inside of who you are. Releasing and letting go of all that does not serve you. You can linger a little bit longer here in Shavasana. You can begin to make your way out, rolling onto your side. Taking a moment to thank yourself for practicing with me today. And then coming to press on up to your comfortable seated position. I thank you again for practicing with me today. I hope this sequence helped you relieve a little bit of fear, stress, and anxiety. May you continue to love, thrive, and most importantly, always remember to practice. Have an amazing rest of your day, night, weekend. Namaste.